Hello everyone, Cap here, and welcome back to some more Mechabellum. Let's check out the mini tournament European. Going to start here in 1.5 minutes. Hope you all are doing well. Couple of very strong players signed up, so it's about to get interesting. Let's check out the store. Collect all my very hard-earned credits. Nice. I don't think I've seen this before. But let's just buy whatever is on discount and try to level up, I guess. Oh, I can still buy one more. Sure. Alright, level up. Nice. Hello, Paul. Yep, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we will get some good games. Definitely strong players here. Sarah, Andy. I don't know who this person is. That's a Smurf, I'm pretty sure. Only showed up like 3 days ago or something, it feels like, and has been climbing like crazy. Also won in the rookie group and is all of a sudden over 70k combat power, so this is a Smurf for sure. And Lul, obviously, Lul is one of my personal favorites because Lul likes to play some meme strategies that are also very strong though. That is correct. Also, this person is a liar. Cats are not better than dogs, as we all know. So yeah, true and real. Slenderman, I had my amazing match that I uploaded today, I think, against Slenderman, also very nice. Tasty Bait, also very strong. Yeah, Mangst also just signed up apparently. I didn't see Mangst in the list. Signed up last minute, I guess. Alright, so what are we watching here? I think I like this one. Lul versus this cat person. That's going to be good. This could be like a final match. Both of the players are extremely strong. Let me check. Match isn't starting yet. Yes. Tasty Bait still has this amazing profile picture. I really like this avatar. I've never seen this before, up until Mangst. Alright, let's get into this one. Alright, let's see here. Lul overall prefers aggressive playstyles. Not always, but overall prefers them. So like 70% or something aggressive, I feel like. And I don't know much about this person, just that whoever this is quite a strong player. And also, as I already mentioned, probably a Smurf. Not sure who though. And yeah, Lul is once again positioning aggressively here with sledgehammers and arclights, and is also area specialist. Might actually go for round 1 Phoenixes, to be honest. Phoenixes would be really good against this. This loadout, I consider, and also the devs apparently consider Arclights plus Sledgehammers pretty weak. Arclight and Sledgehammer, I hate the start personally as well. Can't attack air. They both units basically serve the same purpose. They both kind of are decent at chaff clear, and yeah, just have the same counters kind of. So marksmen are really good and phoenixes and all that. So they kind of are the same unit more or less. Not really, but kind of. And oh, Sacco is here as well and is voting for Lul. I'm also supporting Lul as well. Also, why does Sacco have 1 insight? How did you drop to 1 insight? How is that possible? Anyways, Lul going for wasps here, round 1, and is going to win this by default. Free unlock with the aerial specialist, and wasps are very good here. Not only are they air units and can't attack, but also they are good at clearing up these crawlers as well. And by the way, red is a giant specialist. Possibly the strongest specialist overall. I think giant specialist has the highest win rate, as far as I know at least. And a lot of high level players prefer giant specialists whenever they see it. And yeah, wasps just finishing this. Well, actually a couple of crawlers still. Got the tower here. But these wasps will clean up. Also, curious if Lul, I know that Lul has tried this the past few days. And also I just finished up a video that's going to come out tomorrow that features Lul actually. And Lul was playing wasps in that game as well. So let's see if he's going more heavily into wasps this game. He's definitely one of the few players who might be able to pull it off. Hello, Celephone? And thank you, appreciate that. Assuming that Elite Specialist is lowest win rate, maybe. I don't have the numbers, but I definitely know that most people consider Elite Specialist to be the worst, or one of the worst at least. Oh, shield drop coming down by Lul, and shield drop you can use aggressively in the flank, and that is what Lul is doing here. However, not going to work against the crawlers here. So the shield will not do anything for these crawlers, they will just get taken out by Red's crawlers. However, can get reinforced next turn. And this shield should still be alive next turn, I'm assuming, because the crawlers will clean them up before the stormcrawlers can take down this shield, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so this shield, or this barrier rather, is going to be there next turn and can get quite annoying for Red. Also the wasps were leveled, by the way, so level 2 wasps now. However, there's like one Mustang left, I think. Trying to take on these 2 wasps. Not quite enough. Once again, towers getting traded. Once again, these crawlers coming through and taking this tower as well. However, this will be once more a loose round. Heavy armor might be very good here if Lul decides to reinforce with rhinos, for example. But let's see where the heavy armor is going on. Because rhinos and wasps are actually a combo that works, potentially at least. Portable shield for red, and also there's still a nano repair kit on red side as well. And red giant specialist already going for a fortress here. And the heavy armor is just going on these tanks here, which will not be... No, it will actually do nothing, because even with heavy armor, the health of the level 1 sledgehammer is lower than the damage of the level 1 fortress. So this level 1 fortress will perfectly one-shot all of these. However, still only one pack of Mustangs, and more wasps are coming in, and the wasps got range, so this might actually be a proper wasp game by LoL. However, this fortress is problematic, especially if the tower here falls so quickly. Oh, this does not look good. This fortress is not going to die with nano repair kit. And the tower debuff came in way too quickly. And other tower falling as well. Yeah, now the wasps get cleaned up by these couple of Mustangs here. This was very unfortunate, or not, well, not great for blue here. I really wish I could vote for red now, by the way. Going into wasps and it not working out right away is always a bad sign. Because, well, wasps are kind of getting heavily countered the later the game goes, or the longer the game goes on for, usually. And yeah, I hope right side is getting reinforced now. This tower cannot fall this quickly. Not again. And ground specialization now also on the wasps. And here we go. Another fortress and anti-air barrage for red. Dealing with the wasps. So not relying on the Mustangs, but just using the fortress. Fortress is like a single unit counter to almost everything that's on the board here by blue. So the sledgehammers, the arclights, as well as the wasps now are going to get wrecked by these fortresses. And both fortresses with items as well, very tanky, not going to die easily. And yeah, these wasps almost all dead already. Oh, the sentry though, pretty good, taking out a lot of the Mustangs. However, well, fortresses is still very much healthy and alive. Right side also did not win. Once again, there, this is looking terrible. This is looking very terrible for blue. And I really wish I didn't vote like this. Sacco baited me into voting for LoL as well. So I know why Sacco is at 1 inside, and I know why I will also be at 1 inside soon. This was a terrible vote. Blue might need to go for melting points or something to address these fortresses. Well, or just out swarming this. So if you have enough crawlers and everything to distract, it might be good enough. But still, I feel like the damage is not quite there. Even though level 2 was with ground specialization, not terrible. But still, they die too quickly to the anti-air on the fortress. Upgrade on the Mustangs with laser sight. Also, just this one pack is very important to clean up any straggler wasps. So if the anti-air barrage takes out a ton of the wasps, it's very important that the remaining few wasps get cleaned up efficiently by Mustangs or something. So the fortress anti-air barrages can actually focus on the big clumped up wasps. If you understand what I mean. That's why, by the way, in general, Mustangs are so good to clean up any small units that are anywhere. Also, they go well with Stormcallers as well, so Stormcallers don't get stuck on single units and actually focus the good targets or the good clumped up targets. Right side also now flanking, and there's no fortress on the right, however some Mustangs, and there might still be enough, not sure, we will see. However, left side, these fortresses are just not getting answered at all. Right side, level 1 fortress is actually falling to these level 1 wasps. Actually barely enough damage here with ground specialization. However, yeah, this side, it's just too much. Especially level 2 with nano repair kit. There is no damage that can answer this. And the main damage that blue has is actually right now in the wasps, but the wasps are not alive for long enough because of the anti-air barrage to actually deal the damage. So yeah, this is terrible for blue. And that is why wasps are very difficult to play, let's say that. There's actually no shield on the wasps, no shield tech, so not even that can work out. Oh, wait. I'm not sure actually. Does Missile Interceptor intercept the anti-air barrages? Does anyone know? I don't know for sure, because I've never seen that, I think. Yes? Okay, that would actually be good then. However, is he going for it actually or no? Click this. So that could be an answer if the anti-air barrages could get intercepted here by the Missile Interceptor War Factory. More crawlers coming down. Wait, why more crawlers? Why did you don't have credits? Take a credit here. Take rapid supply and click this. If this works, you should click this. It does intercept fists too, yes, that's correct. I know that much. So at least for that it would already be good. But well, fists were only picked up this round and blue doesn't know. But still, why the War Factory without any attack upgrades? I don't understand. I feel like should have clicked the Missile Interceptor then. But yeah. Damage from the War Factory is pretty good though. It's basically a fortress, attack-wise. So it can deal good damage to the fortresses. However, everything else just dies so quickly. From the anti-air barrages, Stormcallers helping out as well. Don't underestimate those. And yeah, tower debuff on the right once again. This was terrible. I mean, that's also a reason why I like to watch LoL though, because LoL is at least trying something like this. And occasionally it works, and when it works, it's super fun and super entertaining to watch. But also, because he's trying something like this, you don't win every game obviously. Especially if your opponent knows how to counter something like this. But yeah, GG. This was unfortunate. Let's see how many insight points I lost here. Well, actually, did anyone vote against me? Or vote for red? I'm not sure. Maybe nobody voted and then I don't lose points, I think. Nope. RIP. RIP my points. Thank you. Okay, let's go into... Actually, I want to know who this is. I don't know this one player. I want to check out this one. And actually, the player that I don't know is winning quite convincingly, it seems. At least right now. So I don't know Blue. Blue is new to me, but I do know Andy. Andy is very strong, but seems to be losing here. At least so far. Very low on health. A lot of giants on the board, so Vulcans with Incendiary Bomb and Melting Points here on red side. Stormcallers, Fortresses on blue side, it seems. Giant Specialist blue with Assault Fortress, by the way. And Quick Supply on red side. Nothing else was picked. No other card. Okay. Seems to be maybe a comeback by red here. Also, let me turn off once again the chat, because I keep forgetting. Let's not get spoiled. Iron Blast for red. And... did he skip, or was that an item? It was too quick. Was it this item? I think maybe the Advanced Firepower Control System was just picked up by blue here. Extremely strong Mustang item. So yeah, it is Mustangs, Stormcallers and Fortresses on this side. Kind of a classic combo. Though this is a little bit new at least. High explosive anti-tank shells. You don't see this tech upgrade often on Stormcallers. And yeah, red is basically trying to win with fire on the ground and melting points. Also some anti-missile or the missile interceptor turrets here to counter these Stormcallers. This melting point though, with laser sight, very important. A melting point with so much range is very, very good. It can potentially 1v5 or something, all these fortresses, later on, if the engagement is right, because they cannot reach the melting point by the time the melting point takes them down. Iron Blast coming down, melting a lot of the barriers on the fortresses here. Also, by the way, if the barriers overlap, I'm not sure if you know, if barriers overlap and you deal damage to the overlapping area with something like an Iron Blast that has AoE damage, it will actually damage multiple barriers at once. So having them overlap is actually kind of bad in that situation. Well, this melting point kind of by itself. Too many units now all rushing in. Left tower fell kind of too quickly, and even this melting point with the additional range could not hold this off. GG's. Yeah, kind of was just overrun here on the left side especially. Mustangs just melting all the small units. And with the small units out of the way, the punches and the fortresses in general could take down the Vulcan, get this tower, and yeah, that was the round basically. Alright. GG. New name to me, or two new names kind of, so I don't know who this is. This is definitely a Smurf. I'm not sure if this is a Smurf as well. I don't know who this is, but new players winning here. New names to me at least. And this was the first round here. So Monks won. This Liar here won. Major Etienne won. Nice. I like this guy. I love playing against him, and we also always have have some nice little chats. Tasty bait. Nice. Okay, let's see. Let these two play each other, please. At some point. Not this turn, or not this round, I think, but it would be nice if we could see this person play against Tasty Bait. That would be interesting. Not sure who this is. Rice I've heard before. Lord Kleinkariert I also know. And yeah, this person. What? No! Why are you abandoned? Come on. You win round 1 and actually take out Andy, and Andy had a golden badge, so Andy won the weekend tournament. So Andy is a very strong player. And then you abandon right after. Why you do this? Beating one of the strongest players in the tournament and then just leaving. RIP. That sucks. Oh yeah, a lot of people already abandoned here. It's kind of usual for people in tournaments. Once you lose, you can't win the tournament anymore, and a lot of people just leave. So Sarah unfortunately also left. Also a very strong player. Slenderman as well. Worm as well. Also seen this person before as well. Yeah. Anyways. Still strong players in here though. So let's see how we what kind of matches we get. But so far both matches that we spectated, Fortress won, by the way. Fortress is really strong right now. Fortress with potentially also Mustangs in combination. It's just still such a strong combo. Interesting. Mangst getting matched with Andy, and both have a gold badge. So Andy won the Americas weekend and Mangst won the European weekend. Okay, I think we gotta watch this. 2 gold stars going up against each other. Even though Andy is 0-1, but this is a must-watch, I guess. 2 gold stars. I don't think I've ever seen this. 2 gold stars going up against each other. A bit of time. Oh, don't lag. Okay, maybe next round we can see Tasty Bait go up against Cats Are Better Than Dogs. I would like to watch this if it happens. So we can decide once and for all if dogs or cats are better. I love this start. Giant Specialist with Arclight and Phoenix. I pick this every time I see it. Cost control, Fang, Stormcaller also quite strong. I know a lot of people do not like cost control. Not me. I really like cost control as well. And also Andy did pick the start that I would have gone for as well. The Arclights and Phoenixes with Giant Specialist. NA versus EU. Is it? It might be. Oh, at least from the tournaments, I guess. I know Mangst is EU. I'm not sure if Andy is NA. Like, if he's from NA. I don't know. Tourney winners, at least. Yeah, that's correct. And here we go. Andy is going aggressive on one side here, with Crawlers in front, Arclights behind, and the Phoenixes behind that. This is kind of interesting to me, because Mangst is usually the one going aggressive, but it's not the best start for going aggressive with Fangs and Stormcallers. And Andy is usually a standard player, at least in my book. So the roles are kind of flipped here. And yeah, all these crawlers with the Arclight support and obviously the Phoenixes behind as well, rushing in on the right. Mangst is playing a marksman. What is this? I know for a fact that Mangst hates marksman and never plays marksman. So this is very interesting to me to see. This entire match is already so weird because I know these two players and I know what they usually play. Missile strike for blue. Possibly also for red. It's really good here as well. Oh, there was mass-produced fortress. I did not see. Red is not going for missile strike, but instead going for mass-produced fortress, which is also very, very strong. So already a fortress here, round 2. Once again, by the way, a fortress match. Fortress is just so good right now. And this missile is going to take down these phoenixes. Not ideal here, by the way, just yet, the fortress. Blue added a lot more fangs. And yeah, fangs and stormcallers. Not the best to go up against when you are a fortress. So fortress is not great here right now. However, fortress is something that can scale into the late game. And just building up a fortress army, potentially with Fang spawn over time, can become almost unbeatable. But yeah, for now, red definitely needs to focus on taking care of the Fangs better. So maybe we'll actually see Mustangs once again next turn to accompany the fortress here and take down those Fangs. Also the Fangs with range, by the way. So these really need to get answered. The Fangs are a problem right now for red. Strike specialist for blue, so might do some cheeky flanking here. And yeah, here it is. Putting Fangs back here, not protected right now. And also strike specialist for red. Oh, are we seeing? And we are seeing flanking fortresses. Let's go. This is interesting. Fortress is especially good in flanks because fortress can spawn with barrier. So I'm strongly expecting the barrier upgrade to come out soon. And then the fortress in the flank is super annoying because it can protect all the other units that can spawn with it. Whatever those might be, maybe fangs as well. We will see what red is deciding on. And in general though, already these two fortresses a problem. Spawning in and just taking the tower here on the left. Not enough protection on this side. Stormcallers though, quite annoying. Definitely dealing a good amount of damage against these cost-controlled and mass-produced fortresses. So these have a ton less HP than normal fortresses, by the way. Wait, why did I say cost-control? Monks is cost-control. I'm wrong. Not cost-control, but they are mass-produced. So it is still 30% less HP though. How did he get 3 fortresses in round 3? He is giant specialist and got mass-produced fortresses. So yeah, that's how. And we are seeing mass stormcallers kind of as the answer by blue to these fortresses. And 2 more fortresses. So Andy is actually going for fortress aggression all around. Flanking and attacking from all sides. Possibly also here next turn or something. Moving in wherever he can. And that's actually really good against Stormcallers. Stormcallers kind of... the downside of Stormcallers is when they get swarmed from multiple sides. Because of their slow attack speed and everything. They can't just shoot in every direction at once. So you can overrun them eventually. Especially if you get the temporary speed buff, which will come which will come out right now because I talked about it. So there it is. It's very important with aggressive fortresses, especially into Stormcallers. The temporary speed makes a big difference. And incendiary landing just a little bit, taking down some Stormcallers. However, now 4 fortresses here on the left, all moving in kind of quickly. Already taking down a lot of the Stormcallers and are about to take the tower as well, tower falling. Right side is still a bit problematic though, especially because the tower debuff will run out by the time these fortresses get close here and will get targeted by these Stormcallers. And they can actually take these down. Well, not with the crawlers in front. The crawlers are actually big here. Without the crawlers, these Stormcallers could have taken down all these fortresses, I'm pretty sure. And they might still. This is really close. However, well, there are phoenixes, so the phoenixes will clean up anyways. I actually need to test that. Mass-produced doesn't affect the barrier health though, right? Was the question in chat. I'm still not sure, to be honest. I thought I knew at some point, but I heard conflicting information. So some people said it doesn't, and some people said it does. I actually need to test it in the testing grounds. It's a quick test, and I can do it maybe after this game or something. Or while we wait for a new game after this round. This entire round of matches, that is. I can actually test that real quick and figure it out once and for all. Because I thought I knew at some point, but then I heard something different from someone I respect and think they know the game, so now I'm not sure anymore. More fortresses and punches coming down. Not fully sure on the punches. There are a ton of fangs, and these fangs have shields as well now. So they will block a ton of the fortress hits. So regular attacks as well as the punches. So, not sure. Let's see how this works out. It's 2 sentries to quickly take down these crawlers, which are actually kind of annoying for blue here. The one upside of the fists is the AoE damage, so they can take out a couple of fangs with the second hit at least. But yeah, it doesn't look good. This is not the way. Fists on the fortresses. A bit greedy and just get countered pretty hard here by all these fangs with shields. Assault Fang, very good card for both players. So blue already has a ton of fangs and it helps, and Red, I'm assuming, is going to go for Fang production. Fang production on these fortresses would be very good for sure. However, actually, amongst blue here is going for EMP on the Stormcallers already. So the punches and potentially Fang spawn, if it comes out, will get disabled. Fire arties though, fire Stormcallers coming out by red. Kind of had enough of these shielded Fangs. I'm not sure if that's enough though. I feel like red really needs more Fangs, but also the Fangs would need upgrades, so range at the very least. And maybe even mech rage, and that's a ton of investment. Or just go for additional Mustangs. But yeah, Fangs is probably the way to go, especially with the Assault Fang card. And here's the Fang production. However, yeah, as I already mentioned, there's EMP on these Stormcallers. And also they shoot very fast now with Launcher Overload. So a lot of missiles coming down and they will probably hit. And they not only disable, but they also, because of the small AoE damage, they will also take care of the Fangs that are spawning. So Stormcaller meta is back, it seems. Both players now with Stormcallers on the board. And the Stormcallers actually help mitigate a ton of damage here. So the Stormcallers on blue side have reduced range and thus need to drive up to actually attack red Stormcallers. And by doing so, most of them actually still died. Partially because of the fire on the ground as well. So at least there wasn't a ton of damage coming in, but at the same time, both players skipping by the way, I don't see... Okay, this is something. I was about to say, I don't see with the current board how red is winning this. This might be a choice here though, that could turn this. So War Factory with Missile Interceptor to intercept these Stormcallers. And if these Stormcaller shots don't land, the Fangs will do a lot more, as well as the fortresses obviously will not die as quickly, but also the tech will not get disabled, so it makes a big difference here. But look at all these Fangs. Triple tagged Fangs here on blue's side. And I still feel like some Mustangs, like 3 packs, one here, one here, one here or something, would do so much to clean up all these singular Fangs here. Because as you can see here on the right, for example, now all these Stormcallers shot this one Fang on the right. And you can avoid this kind of stuff happening by just having a few Mustangs to clean up the singular Fangs. Look at this intercepting though. Left side is going crazy. Right side lost though, so we will probably see another War Factory on the right next turn with intercept, because it actually does quite a lot. However, it also does only do a lot as long as it doesn't get EMP'd. So once the Stormcallers land, this will also get disabled. However, the positioning, obviously the War Factory is behind the rest of the army, so it will not get disabled quickly. And it will survive and do the job for long enough. Flanking War Factory would be awesome. It would be awesome, however, it actually does not fit in the flank. So War Factory is unfortunately too big to go into the flank. I was also trying that at some point, but it doesn't fit actually. And here we go, second war factory on the right side. Very important here as well. Even more Stormcallers on the right than on the left. It's probably not even enough here. 5 Stormcallers with the launcher overload. Probably still going to get some shots through. Fire coming down on the left. Mostly barrier, but not all of it. So some stuff will die at least. Let's see if this is enough now to turn this with the second war factory on the right. It was already kind of close last turn, but the right side lost and the tower fell, which was the problem. So it might be enough now for red. Let's see. Range upgrade on the Stormcallers for blue. I think that's overconfidence. So the range upgrade was picked so these Stormcallers do not lose to the opponent's Stormcallers at the end of the round. However, I'm not sure if it gets to the end of a round now with the war factories intercepting all of this. So this might be a bad investment, to be honest. Might not get the value out of the range. Oh, however, yeah, right side it's too much. Too many Stormcallers. All of these Stormcallers with launcher overload. 6 packs of Stormcallers actually. That's too much for this fortress to intercept. So we might need to see another fortress, I mean war factory. We might need to see another war factory on the right side. Or just adds like 3-4 towers or something, missile intercept towers. Definitely not enough just yet. However, left side did win kind of convincingly now. Still a bit left. And, well, now the Stormcallers with the range are actually getting the value. After all. I said it was greedy, and maybe it still was a bit greedy, but they were able to take down quite a bit more because of the additional range now. And some damage was mitigated here. Acid Blast. Oh, and there's Giant Hunter. So, the longer this game now goes on, blue is just getting richer and richer with Giant Hunter. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 giants on the board. That's 500 credits if all of those die. And also there is a second war factory now on the right. So trying to intercept all of this. Blue decided to go for overlords with Overlord Artillery. To take on... Wait, where are they? Here. To take on these units here. So Overlord missiles are also going to get shut down though, for the most part. The regular attack, that is, by the missile interceptor. That being said, that adds a lot more missiles to intercept these 3 overlords together with all of these Stormcallers. And I'm not sure if the 2 war factories can intercept all of this. So maybe some Stormcaller shots will land after all and then also disable the tags here. And the Overlord Artillery is not getting affected by the missile interceptor and can actually get in some good damage against these high HP targets. Also, oh, this acid though is big here on the left. Going to be a big problem for these fortresses as well as this one war factory here. And yeah, on the right, actually, Overlords and Artilleries are too much. Look at this, so many artilleries, so many Stormcallers. It's too much. Missiles cannot get intercepted anymore. And this might actually have been the play here, to add Overlords, because these missiles are getting intercepted much, or it's much more difficult for them to get intercepted. And a lot of the intercept shots by the war factories are getting wasted on these overlords. Oh, and Andy's still alive though. 98 HP. And with the additional attacks here from the Overlords, Stormcaller shots can actually land and disable all these tags here. Oh, this is very good. Photon emission coming down for Andy. So it will negate the effect here on the left of the acid, at least for like 15 seconds, 16 seconds. And yeah, by the way, Mangst won the round. So Mangst killed all giants. And that was 500 credits for free extra because of Giant Hunter. I don't think I've ever seen so much value out of Giant Hunter. And once again, 3 Overlords getting added here. So even more... Oh, what is this? 3 Overlords in a Congo line or Conga line or whatever you call this. Never mind. Repositioning still. And there's one melting point now with range. Oh, there are 2 Overlords in the... Oh, 3 Overlords in the flank on the left now. With strike specialists, so they come in super quick. This might be a problem. This might decide the round here, actually. Very nicely spotted by Blue. Very nicely spotted by Mangst. This might actually get the tower here. And with the tower debuff coming in so quickly, I'm not sure Andy has a chance here. They are slowed from a sentry, so it takes a little bit. But they moved in, and now there's the tower debuff. And also in general, on the right side is just complete destruction now. Too many Stormcallers, too many shots. Yeah, this is... Oh my god, how much damage is this? This will be insane. How much damage is this? Minus 4,600, almost 4,700 damage. GG, well played by Mangst here. Oh my god. Stormcaller meta. I'm telling you. Oh no. Stormcallers with EMP, just too good to disable all of this. But also, this was well spotted and nicely done here. Going for the flank with the Overlords. Very nice. That put the nail in the coffin for Andy here. Alright, GG's. And this was the longest match of the round. The best match, arguably. 2 star players, 2 gold star players going up against each other. Very interesting for sure. But yeah, already about to start the next round because this took so long. Okay, Lord Kleinkariert versus Mangst Rise versus... Wait. Where are... Oh. The Liar lost. Tasty Bait lost as well, though. Okay, so this person did abandon. So we will not see a cats versus dogs match. Sad. Okay, which one are we going to... So let's watch this one, because I barely know this person, and I also didn't see much of this person, so... Also, we just spectated Mangst, so let's watch this one. Thank you for the kind words in chat. How would I have countered the Stormcallers? I do think that Missile Intercept War Factory was very good. However, the overcommitment on the fortresses was a bit problematic. The fortresses didn't really do that much anymore. So I guess more crawlers would have actually helped to distract and buy some time. And also, as I mentioned multiple times, Mustangs for sure would have done a lot as well. Mustangs to clean up all those fangs. So I'm not... The Stormcallers were definitely a problem, but before you can actually take out the Stormcallers, you need to get through those fangs. And the chaff was the bigger problem for a long time. So during those rounds, addressing the chaff better would have turned this into a different direction. And yeah, so in the end there, it was probably too late to counter all those Stormcallers and the chaff. So the chaff had to be addressed earlier, and then the Stormcallers wouldn't have been that big of a problem in the end either. I used to play tournaments, but I haven't in a while because, for one, I'm not playing as actively and as much anymore at the moment, because I already spent quite a bit of time on making the videos and everything, and I usually, after a few hours of doing the videos and everything, I'm not in the mood to play myself as much anymore. I play a couple of games, but not as much anymore. And also for this tournament, this is probably the only tournament that I actually would have time for. So the weekend tournaments are out of the question because I have other stuff going on and family life and everything. So this tournament that I'm casting right now would be the one that I could compete actually. But I enjoy casting it more, to be honest. It's just very much more enjoyable and more relaxing to me. I think the relaxing part is the big one. Playing is, or can be, a bit stressful sometimes. So I prefer casting at the moment. Alright, kind of distracted. Let's see what's going on here. So blue is Rhino Specialist with crawlers and steel balls and added some arc lights, deal with the chaff. And red is Giant Specialist once again with fangs and sledgehammers. By the way, vertical positioning on the sledgehammers here kind of important, because this way the steel balls lock on to the sledgehammers one after the other and not all at once. So sledgehammers in a vertical position are much better against steel balls compared to horizontal positioning. Supply Specialist is basically a must pick here. Round 2 is too good. You get too much value out of it over time. So round 2 is a must pick, I think. Yeah, both players are picking it. And this is looking like somewhat of a classic Mustang steel ball game by blue here, but in a standard positioning, so not aggressively. And red is going for some phoenixes here. Definitely helping with the arc lights and steel balls. However, Mustangs very problematic for phoenixes. Oh, by the way, back on the tournament playing thing, because I'm not playing as much, and for some reason tournaments, the grouping is based on combat points and not on MMR. if I would play, I would actually right now play in like rookie and maybe intermediate groups or something. Even though my MMR on my main account is almost 2200. So yeah, this is awkward. I don't want to play in rookie groups in tournaments because that doesn't feel good for anyone. Not for me and probably also not for my opponents. Yeah, and to have this CP, the combat points to compete in this high of a tournament, so in this group, in this high group, I would need like, I don't know, over 60k combat points. And I would need to play like 30 more matches or something. I could grind that out, but yeah, as I said, I'm not playing as much at the moment. So it's a bit awkward. The one exception would be the weekend tournament, because in the weekend tournament, because of the big group, there are 128 players potentially, and oftentimes there are not 128 players signing up, so anyone who signed up will be in the one group, so I could play against the strongest player in that tournament. But as I said, on the weekends I don't have time to play, especially not this long, the long tournament. So it takes like 3-4 hours or something, the long weekend tournaments, if you play the entire thing. So yeah, there I could play though against good opponents as well. And yeah, maybe someday, maybe when my wife is on a trip with her girlfriends or something, and I would have time maybe, but not at the moment. So, back into this match, by the way. There is a level 2 Rhino now in the middle. So not only Steelballs and Mustangs, but also there is one level 2 Rhino, which is quite good here. There's not a ton of damage on the board right now for Red. That being said, Red is Giant Specialist, so any turn now there could be a good amount of damage on the board with, for example, Fortresses. But yeah, right now this setup looks so much better for blue here. I feel like red doesn't have anything significant on the board at the moment. I need to pay attention. Maybe red saved some credits or something, because this is not looking good at all. Maybe red is going for some big giant play now or something. Saved a few credits. There's a little bit more, and both players going for top supply. Also top supply round 4 is also most of the times a good pick, unless the game is almost over already, round 4, which doesn't happen often, but it can happen. So this is still well underway, so there will be a couple more rounds, and then top supply is good round 4. And here we go, double Overlord for red now to address the Steelballs mainly and the Rhino. So there is now the damage that I was saying that was missing last turn. However, the Mustangs are now still a problem in my opinion. So this is still looking better for blue here, because the Mustangs, not only are there more Mustangs on blue side, but also one level 2 pack, and the Mustangs have range. And yeah, the Overlords definitely help with the Steelballs and everything, and also here this Rhino. But yeah, now that that's done, the Mustangs just take down the Overlords. Kind of as predicted. So not looking good for red here. Wife on a trip with a girlfriend. That's an interesting arrangement. Yes. That's not the way I meant it, but yeah, let's say that. Deployment specialist for blue. Maybe intensive training for red. Well, it would just be more damage on the overload, for example, so maybe not needed. Also deployment specialist, yeah, probably better. And okay, 2 more overloads. Why do I keep saying overload? Overlords with the overlord artillery now. So these barriers, as well as the steel balls, the arc lights and the rhino, will probably go down kind of quickly. This is now still up to the Mustangs on blue's side to win this. But it might start turning here. It might start being too much at some point. However, more chaff was added by blue, so it will distract the overlords for quite a bit. They will need to get through all these fangs and crawlers. So not the strongest chaff clear on red side now. Maybe some fire stormcallers, for example, would be really good on red side. To take down the chaff, and then the overlords could take down the rest. But let's see how this goes here. And yeah, steel ball's getting taken down really quickly. Rhino also going to yeah, kind of. Yes, no. But once again, these Mustangs now though, and more level 2 Mustangs with range, they are a problem. So yeah, kind of could see how this one would turn out before the round started. Once again, the Mustangs are still the problem. There needs to be more chaff clear, and I think fire stormcallers would be good, because fire stormcallers would take down the fangs, the crawlers would run into, and as well the Mustangs would also drive into the fire eventually. At this point though, might already be too late. Last turn would have been better for fire stormcallers, I think, because now the Mustangs, not only is there already a level 3 pack, but also there is area specialization now, and with the additional range, so with the regular range enhancement tag as well as the area specialization, they stay so far back usually that they will take out the overlords from a safe distance without driving into the fire. If there was fire on the ground, there is no fire on the ground. Red decided to go for Vulcans though. Maybe we will see incendiary bomb. So maybe, yep, okay, never mind. There is fire on the ground now. But it might already be one turn too late. This is getting barriered, so the missile strike is not coming in. This missile strike is going to take out some fangs and phoenixes. So let's see how this turns out. I think the additional range here is problematic, and this might still, even though there's no fire, I still think the Mustangs might win this. Depends where the fire lands and everything, but the range is just so good. Okay, these are not in the fire, these are partially in the fire. But yeah, they are taking down the overlords. There's also too much damage. Even like half a pack of level 3 Mustangs just takes down two overlords quite comfortably. And yeah, it is the way I expected this to be. This is not good for red. I keep saying that because, well, that's how it is. Even with fire on the ground, the Mustangs are a big problem. Orbital Javelin, really good for both players here, by the way. I think red should also pick it up. Red should Orbital Javelin these. The level 3 Mustangs here, and potentially level 4 actually now. And yeah, also red is doing that, so good call. And more chaff coming down, so trying to probably, yeah, trying to pull apart the army as well as distract the fire from the Vulcans. This is also a problem with incendiary bomb Vulcans. You can manipulate, because they only throw it every, how often? 16 seconds. If you can manipulate where they throw the fire, it makes a huge difference. However, okay, Red is now doing something at least. Red is going for jump drive and also high explosive ammo to clean the chaff here quickly. And is going aggressively on the line here on the left and is trying to go towards the tower. And with a quick tower debuff, he might actually be able to get this round after all. Or might be able to get a win here. Let's see if this is good enough. Chaff coming in though. Distracting crawlers coming in. And nope. Too many crawlers. This was not good enough. Crawlers distracted for too long, and the damage of Phoenixes, Overlords and Mustangs quickly melted those Overlords. This is RIP for Red. I think the Wasps in the front were just there to tank a sentry, I guess. But also, yeah, I don't know. Or to tank some Overlord shots, I guess. Not sure, to be honest. It was definitely there to protect these Overlords and not really do much else. But yeah, it wasn't enough. GG, very solid play by Blue. And yeah, Red was just behind every turn. I feel like earlier Fire Stormcallers could have made the difference here. And yeah, Overlords into Mustangs is always a gamble. It's not very solid in my opinion. Alright. Let's watch the doggo face debate. What would you think about adding a ban for each game? What type of ban? Do you mean a unit? I think that could be very problematic. If you can ban one unit, you can go one specific strategy that would only get hard countered by that one unit. I think that would be very bad. I think that would lead to a lot of very toxic kind of strategies that you are basically unable to properly counter if you would be able to ban the one unit that would be good against what you're doing. Alright, what's going on here? Fortresses with fists on both sides. And there's a nuke coming down. However, the fortresses do have barriers, so let's see if the barriers die quickly enough for the nuke to actually do something. Also, I'm a bit too far zoomed out, I feel like. Like this, maybe. Photon emission on the right. Fire in the middle. So red is cost control, senior defense and senior attack. And blue is a giant specialist with deployment specialist and also senior attack. Alright. And both players also have some Mustangs and some Stormcallers. This looks very much like a mirror matchup, kind of. Both players somewhat playing the same thing. And yeah, left side coming through with the help of the nuke, of course. The punching duel, exchanging punches left and right. Tower falling now, tower debuff for red against blue. Not really doing much, because all these units are so slow, or at least the fortresses are so slow. Very close round though. Slight win for blue here, but blue used a nuke, keep that in mind. So actually I think the winner of this round is kind of red, losing only by this little with a nuke. Acid coming down. Acid will be very huge here for both players. And acid and oil actually. What is this? This mirror matchup. Both players going for the same units, but now also going for the same actives and positioning. So both acid and oil on top of each other for both players. This this is very interesting. All these fortresses will be very sad very soon. And I feel like so if I would just assume the fortresses don't exist, I think red has the better lineup in the back. Higher leveled Mustangs with also armor piercing. So this might be red's round here. Maybe, we will see, not sure. Oh, also this though. Fortress with tank production line on the right here, and is getting mobile beaconed away to the left side, so it will not go into this oil. And this oil, rip this circle. Okay, never mind, it's gone. This will very much hurt red and not hurt blue. And this one is actually kind of out of position. The fortress is not standing on the acid here. Look at all these punches. One after the other, almost all triggering at the same time actually. That's very funny. So many fists everywhere. And wow, tower debuff and oil. The fortress just there did not move at all. So hard slowed. And yeah, this acid here actually doing the rest, and this one fortress with tank production line was the winner of this round basically. So the mobile beacon there was really good. Oh, Iron Blast could deal a lot of damage, yeah. This would be a good target here with the sledgehammers and the stormcallers and the fortresses, of course. And on this side as well, the fortresses at least take down the barriers. And once again, because the barriers here are stacked, these overlapping parts here, so here and here, these will take double damage kind of. So when the Iron Blast is here, it will damage both the bubble of this fortress as well as this fortress at the same time. So overlapping is actually not that good here, once again. And in general, overlapping bubbles can kind of be bad value. And once again, mobile beacon on this fortress with tank production line. And yeah, not only bubble here on these fortresses, but also fang production. And the fangs do have shields, so they can block quite a bit of damage. It does look better for red here, in my opinion. But I also said that last turn, and red lost last turn. Closely, though. Maybe this turn will be better. And yeah, the Iron Blast was definitely better for red. And also mobile beacon here by red on the right to also not walk into this acid. Punch, punch, punch. So what's still standing? 2 fortresses here and 2 fortresses here. But this one is walking into the asset and is about to die. So once again, I feel like it comes down to this one mobile beacon fortress with the tank production line. But there are still 2 fortresses, and they actually are smart enough to walk in between these 2 piles of acid and actually do not take damage from acid here. And 2 versus 1. Also, this tower just fell. It looks like it is Red's round here. Alright, comeback time. Round 11 now, by the way. Long game. Also, it's probably too late, but I want to vote for Red. It's probably too late anyways. Get points. Enhancement module was picked by someone and I missed the other pick. I think it was also an item. Oh, was maybe amplifying core. So enhancement module for blue and amplifying core for red, I think. Still no, is blue actually not going for more tags here on the fortress? I feel like if you have so many of one unit, you should at least have 2 tags on those units. Also, the Mustangs also only 1 tag, and they are 2 tags here on red side. So, and the Fangs as well. The Fangs have Mech Rage and Shield now. So I don't, where does this money come from? Oh, cost control. Maybe that's why. But still, it shouldn't make that big of a difference. I feel like there should be more tags here on blue's side. Okay, there's another tag. Armor piercing on the Mustangs. But yeah, at this point, also being giant specialist, I think it might have been worth to just add like 2 or 3 melting points with EMP to take down these shields and maybe disable the tech as well. Oh, there's fire. Okay, that's new, I think. Fire on the Stormcallers here. So all the chaff is getting quickly melted now. These punches, this is so ridiculous. This line of fortresses just punching each other. Fire really good here to take down all the chaff as well as the spawning fangs as well. So the fangs are not really distracting and not really taking any hits and punches from the fortresses. Oh, tower debuff now though. Can red capitalize? So it's 2 fortresses versus 2 fortresses actually, and these are leveled. Level 3 with amplifying core. This one might be MVP, and yeah, it's one-shotting all the other fortresses. And it's actually still enough. It did not look like it, but it is enough. Red is coming bad, but it's still not over. It's round 12 now. This is ridiculous. What is this match? Range specialist for blue and also for red. I still wish... Okay, there is now bank production on the fortresses and also more levels on the fortresses. I still wish that at least one of the players would get like 2 or 3 melting points with EMP. I think it could make a big difference. However, red is going for double war factory with the missile interceptor. So not a ton of these fire stormcaller missiles will actually land anymore. Probably none actually. I think 2 war factories are actually enough to take down all missiles. So there will basically be no fire on the ground. Photon emission of cooldown. Fire coming down here. But yeah, this is... I don't even know. I don't even know what to say anymore. This is ridiculous. Okay, let's see the punches. And let's see those intercepts. Okay, actually this was too short, so the missiles couldn't get intercepted. So there's fire on the ground here at least. But all the other missiles now are getting intercepted. So also the damage is missing. Not only is there no fire on the ground, but also the damage from the Stormcrawlers is not there anymore. And punches getting exchanged left and right. Also, what? How did the war factories die so quickly? Did they actually get punched from the AoE from the punch and that was enough to take them down? They have so much HP. Why did they die so quickly? And once again it comes down to these two fortresses on the right, just like last turn. And once again getting the tower debuff. However, the other units here are still quite spread out, so they cannot take them down quickly enough with the tower debuff. And this is actually enough for blue here. GG. Wow. What was this? What was this? Ridiculous. Yeah, I think probably these fortresses died too quickly in front of the war factories, and then the war factories actually got directly hit by the fortresses. I didn't see. I assume the fortresses were already dead. But yeah. Wow. What a match. GG. Yeah, Doggo lost, unfortunately. Sad. Alright, this must have been the last game, right? Also, why am I betting on Inside? I keep losing. Mangst won and Rice won, as we saw. So it will be a final between Mangst and Rice. Alright. I'm going to get some water real quick. I will be back in 30 seconds. And let's see the final. All right. What do we have here? Supply specialists rewards crawlers for monks, and once again, giant specialist. You see giant specialist every game. It's just too good. Giant specialist with fangs and phoenixes for blue. And we are going to see, oh god. We are going to see Mustang Steel Ball aggression by Mangst, by red, with crawlers in front. Very, very standard. Interesting. Going for these forward fangs right away against the crawlers. I mentioned it before in a video. It's really good to have forward fangs because if your opponent has crawlers behind the towers, they will attract to these fangs in the front and then actually not split behind the tower and all get clumped up here in the middle. So that's very good to clean up the crawler chaff of your opponent in standard setups. However, Mangst is not playing standard. Mangst is aggressive here forward on the left side. And that is not good for blue here. Do you think Giant Specialist could use a nerf? No. I don't think Giant Specialist is the problem. It's just right now it's a giant meta overall. It's just that especially fortresses are too strong. I feel like if you get especially fortress under control, I think fortress needs a nerf. And if you get fortress nerfed, it might already be enough for Giant Specialist to not be too strong. Also right now War Factory, because of the missile intercept, that is also a reason. So the Giants are just too strong right now. Maybe also not too strong, but Giants are strong, and that is why Giant Specialist is strong. So, but I don't think Giant Specialist needs a change. I think it's fine. Round 2. Overlord. I feel like Rice, we just spectated Rice last match, and Rice was winning against someone who went early Overlords. Overlords are not usually the answer against Mustangs. Especially not if you don't have armor enhancement on your Overlord as a tech. And there is no armor enhancement as a tech on this Overlord. So not sure this is going to work out. So I'm very curious here to see how blue wants to solve this. Because right now, actually let me do this. I'm just voting for red. I was wrong every time, so maybe this is helping blue. If I vote for red, I give blue all my power now. But I don't see right now how blue is going to win this. This is already looking like it's not going to work out. These Mustangs, and in general, this setup is just going to get out of control over the next turns because of early XP. And yeah, the Mustangs will just level on the Overlords and get more and more levels and will just be unstoppable for this. I don't think blue can stop this, to be honest. But I would love to be proven wrong. I would love for blue to get this under control, but I just don't see it right now. And yeah, Steel Bolt's already taking the tower. Tower debuff. Mustangs having a good time. Sucking XP from the Overlord. And it's just getting rolled over here. I don't think early Overlords are the call against Mustangs. If there are already like 2 or 3 packs of Mustangs, especially level 2 Mustangs on the board, Overlords are not going to do the trick. They are just getting stuck on the chaff and on the steel bolts for so long. Speed Specialist Not getting picked by Monks, interesting. I would have picked Speed Specialist here as the aggressor. But at the same time, I guess Red is in a comfortable position, so might as well hedge. And in case they don't, or in case Monks doesn't win quickly, he has something that's worth something in the long game. So more attack in general. Speed is only really good for rushing right now and might get worse later on. But additional damage, always very good. Okay, here is something. Let's see if this is something that works. I used to do this a lot. However, this only works for like a turn because the steel balls just get range next turn usually. So exploding rhinos, very nice, very cool. And boom boom, doesn't even take down these steel balls because these have the shield, the portable shield, which is very bad for blue. However, otherwise it's very good, taking down those steel balls and the crawlers. So it's that's good value. However, now the Mustangs are still alive and still can't get taken care of by the Overlords. So it actually doesn't work together. The Overlords are better at dealing with the steel balls, but the steel balls are now getting taken care of kind of by the rhinos. What blue does not take care of are the Mustangs. So blue is missing something right now. And also, the Mustangs might get the range upgrade and then actually not die to the explosion. And here we go. It's going in the right direction. Blue is adding fire Stormcallers. They could definitely help against the Mustangs. Might be too late already though. The Mustangs with the levels actually don't die that quickly to the fire. But let's see if this is good enough or not. Also really good to have Stormcallers right now because of the barriers as well. And exploding rhinos actually not taking down the steel balls because they were shielded by the barrier. So not even the steel balls are dying now. However, the fire is really good. Fire definitely taking care of a lot of the Mustangs. So this is going in the right direction, as I said. Much closer now. Could actually still win this round. Let's see how this turns out. Not quite, I think. These Mustangs still too annoying. And yeah, Mustangs took down the Phoenixes and the Steel Balls too close to the Stormcallers for them to attack them. Amp Core for red. Amp Core, once again, as we know, the best item for Mustangs. Every item is the best item for Mustangs. Yeah. Amp Core usually a giant item, but Mustangs just so good, and with items they scale like crazy. Also, these bubbles did not die last turn, I think. Did they? I don't think so. That's very bad. So now once again the rhinos don't actually do anything. Well, they deal with the crawlers, which is actually kind of important. And more rhinos. Let's have exploding rhinos. Also, there are crawlers in the flanks here, trying to distract and be annoying. Going to take away some of the Stormcaller shots as well. As well as distract the Phoenixes for a while. Oh, there's a... Oh, both sides actually, I missed that. There are rhinos now in the flanks here as well. Not Might not be good enough though to take down the Mustangs. Let's see if they can get close enough before they die. No, not with the help of the crawlers, I don't think. Yeah, exploding, taking down mainly the crawlers from the flanks there. And these Mustangs are just out of control already. With range and the items. And also the fire got distracted for a big part by the flanks. Now it's not doing nearly as much as it did last turn. And Mustangs with items and levels. Pretty good. Pretty good. If you didn't know. Red is skipping. And is going for Phoenixes. To deal, I guess, to just have something in the air. So even if the fire wins, the Phoenixes are still there and can take out the Overlords and everything. Also, the Phoenixes have EMP. So this will disable the self-explosion, the final blitz on the Rhino. And yeah, these here are actually also in a position where they split, so one is attacking each. The Rhinos are not going to explode anymore. So Rhinos are kind of useless now. If it wasn't already bad enough for blue, now also the exploding Rhinos are getting hard countered by red here. And this is rough. Shields on the Fangs, not great. Buy a little bit of time, but Mustangs just mow through Fangs, even with shields, doesn't really matter. And yeah, I'm not sure how blue can win this. Let's see how this round goes. And yeah, the Rhinos. By the way, this is a visual bug. The Rhinos still explode, but that's just visual. They don't actually deal damage. That's a bug. EMP'd Rhinos still look like they explode. Well, at least that's a teachable moment from this game, I guess. If you didn't know, EMP'd Rhinos look like they explode, but they actually don't do anything. And yeah, I guess this was the final. I'm a bit sad about this final. I don't like seeing this in the final, and also especially not winning with this. I know Monks is a really good player, and Monks could win with a lot of different stuff that would be way better and well, more interesting, let's say that, than standard Steel Ball Mustang stuff. But GG's anyways. Well played by Monks. Monks actually picking it up. I feel like Monks did not win any tournaments up until a week ago or so. And now already the second title in a row. So Monks picking up the speed here. Alright. I guess this was that. Is anything still... Oh, nice. I got some insight back. It didn't help that I voted for red. Let's quickly check out the final match here. Lord Kleinkariert versus LOL. What is going on here? Double War Factory on both sides. With Missile Interceptor for blue and with Phoenix Spawn on red side. Only round 7 and it's the final match. Why all the other matches were so quick, apparently. And it looks like blue is steamrolling red here. I need to... Also, what is this? This War Factories with mobile beacon going towards the towers. I've never seen this before. .400 health left for red. Heavy Mustang for red. I think range specialist for blue. And once again, these war factories are getting moved in towards the tower. I think, yeah, there's a lot of chaff here on blue's side, so a lot of crawlers and also a lot of mustangs. And up until this point, probably until last round, the stormcallers here with fire on red's side did a lot. And actually that's why red was ahead, but blue seemed to have added the war factories with missile interceptor recently, and now they actually take care of these stormcallers, and without the fire from the stormcallers, red is actually getting overrun here now. That's what happened last turn, I think. Getting range on the war factories, so they can deal damage and take down the opponent's war factories, I'm assuming, somewhat quickly. And there's fire in the middle now. Everything burns. Is it enough once again? It might be. With the fire in the middle, I think that really helped here. Yeah, all these Mustangs are dying as well. And the range from the war factory... Also, there's a level 2 war factory here, by the way. It deals quite a lot of damage. 15k per shot. And look at this. War factory getting... Oh! Barely able to take down the tower before it died. But it doesn't really matter. There's not a ton left for blue here. 2 war factories with Phoenix production left. And some stormcallers. So once again, red winning this. And actually enough damage. GG. Wait, what? What's happening here? Why is it like this? Why doesn't it say it's over or something? Is it bugged? Maybe this game is bugged. Anyways. Yeah, this was that, I guess. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. This is still going. This was a bug. Why is... what? The spectate game was different from the game that actually happened. So blue is still alive with 75 HP here. Okay, now let's watch once more and actually see the final round. This is the final round now, though. Weird. Very weird. It happens sometimes in replays, especially when there was an update, obviously. So when some numbers on some of the units changed or something, then the replays will end differently from the actual game a lot of the time. Melting point with EMPs by blue now were added. Are they enough to turn this? And actually this one is EMP'd. So no production and no range on this war factory. And it does not look good for red, I think. Well, let's see. Tower, yeah, tower debuff now coming in as well. And this melting point as well as this melting point, very important. Actually taking down. Never mind. Level 2 war factory is OP, I guess. I really thought this melting point would take down the war factory, but even with tower debuff, it was not enough time for the melting point to take down this war factory. And yeah, apparently level 2 war factories pretty good. Also, by the way, they level 2 war factories produce level 2 units. That's I think the only unit that actually does that. So if you have a mothership upgrade on the overlords, for example, they still spawn level 1 wasps. But yeah, GG's, well played by Monks here. And yeah, good games, good games. I really wish we would have seen more of this this person and maybe even a match against Tasty Bait, but well, can't have everything. All right. Fritzy, I will check it out after the stream, and I will let you know in either the comments here somewhere or in the next video. I thought about it. I'm not sure how to easily test it, how the damage is against the barriers, because the text does not adjust, I know that much, so I need to actually test it with damage numbers and pay attention to the health bars and everything. So it will take a moment for me to figure out how to test that. So I will do it after the stream here. But I will let you know. Alright. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you in the next video, or also in my next stream, which will probably be same time next week. Alright. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you then. Take care. Bye.